As the day came to a close, Sandra let out a sigh of relief as she went around the bakery, was already anticipating the possibilities for the next day. Her hard work had paid off, and it was a successful beginning for her dream of owning a bakery. And as they closed up the store, Sandra was content knowing that her bakery would bring joy to many others in the days to come. Sandra woke up early on the day of the opening of her bakery, feeling both excited and apprehensive. After months of preparation and hard work, her dream of owning her bakery was finally coming to fruition, and she could hardly wait to welcome customers into her store. As she opened the doors and walked inside, she was met with the sight of her beautifully decorated bakery and the sweet aroma of freshly baked treats that filled the air. Behind the counter, Sandra could see her employees putting the finishing touches on the displays, making sure everything looked perfect for the day's grand opening. As she checked in with her employees to make sure everything was in order, the bell on the door chimed, signaling the arrival of the first customer. Sandra turned around and was excited to see a young woman standing there, scanning the displays with a curious eye. Sandra walked up to her, beaming with pride, and welcomed her to the bakery. The young woman's eyes widened as she took in the colorful array of cupcakes, cookies, and cakes on display. She asked Sandra about the different treats on offer and finally settled on a mixed fruit pastry and a cup of coffee. Sandra's heart was racing as she rang up her first ever sale. She couldn't help but feel a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment as the customer savored the pastry and complimented her on her baking skills. Sandra's nervousness had faded away, and she had warmed up to the customer. She saw the joy in the young girl's face, and she felt an immense sense of accomplishment. As the day progressed, more and more customers came into the store, drawn in by the delicious aroma and the sight of Sandra's tempting treats that had been so finely displayed in the store. The store bustled with activity as the customers tasted the treats and complimented Sandra on the quality of her goods. At the end of the day, exhausted but elated, Sandra closed up the store, feeling grateful for the successful opening and the arrival of her first customer who had shared in her passion. It was a remarkable beginning to what would be an unforgettable journey in her life as a baker. As Sandra opened the doors to her bakery on the day of opening, a crowd of friends and family waited excitedly outside. Some of them had driven for miles to be there to support her on her big day. Sandra's heart was already pounding with excitement and anxiety, but seeing the people that came out to show her support gave her the extra boost of confidence she needed. As the crowd flooded into the store, Sandra was greeted with an outpouring of admiration and joy. Her family complimented her on how beautiful everything looked and how impressed they were with the variety of treats on display. Her friends couldn't stop taking photos and sharing them on social media, eager to show the world how amazing Sandra's bakery was. Sandra's mother was beaming with pride as she looked around the bakery and saw the final result of all the hard work that her daughter had poured into it. Her father gave her a warm embrace, telling her how proud he was of her and how he knew she had it in her to succeed. Even Sandra's old classmates and acquaintances from high school came to show their support, expressing how thrilled they were for her and how far she had come since they had last seen each other. Sandra's heart swelled with gratitude for their generosity and kindness. Throughout the day, people continued to come in and out of the bakery, and the positive reactions kept pouring in. They complimented her on the quality of her baked goods, and some of her closest friends stayed behind to help out with running errands or taking orders, eager to keep the momentum going. As the day came to a close, Sandra thanked everyone for their support and encouragement, and for making her opening day such a success. All the disbelief and the anxiety that had been eating away at her resolve, and she felt a sense of pride and accomplishment in her heart. Sandra knew that her family and friends would always be there to support her, and that she couldn't have achieved what she had without them. Her opening day was now a memorable one, with her family and friends by her side, cheering her on every step of the way. After the successful opening day, Sandra knew that building her business was not going to be easy. She had put a lot of hard work and effort into getting the bakery up and running, and now her focus was on keeping it thriving. Sandra put all her energy into the business, working long hours to perfect the recipes she offered and introducing new, exciting items to keep customers coming back. She spent countless hours on social media, advertising specials and deals, and promoting her bakery to attract more customers. Sandra knew that she couldn't rely solely on the novelty of her newly opened business to keep it in operation. She had to be calculated, creative, and find ways to maintain her customer base and grow it over time. Sandra understood it would take her a while to achieve this, but she refused to be discouraged. She knew that in the bakery business, it was all about pleasing customers with the quality of their products and great customer service. Sandra believed that by offering the highest quality treats, customer satisfaction would be guaranteed, and the business would steadily grow through loyal customers and positive word of mouth. To build her network, Sandra aimed to gain local acclaim. She would create specialized items unique to the town's history as well as the town's inhabitants. She would host bake sales at local events, and shortly, the bakery became a go-to meeting place for locals and tourists alike. Sandra outlined a strategy to offer deals on slow afternoons and off hours in the day. She also opened an online store in partnership with her website to reach customers beyond the locality of the bakery, which proved to be a successful strategy until she gradually began to sell in trade shows and opens franchises in nearby cities. Negotiating long-term contracts with local businesses helped Sandra gain stability and a consistent revenue stream for her bakery. She offered them bulk orders, good deals, loyalty rewards, and enlisted their services for spreading the word about the bakery. Despite the challenges she faced, Sandra persevered and worked tirelessly to build her business. Her dedication paid off, and as time went on, her customer base grew and flourished. She credited her success to the support of her family and friends, her employees, and the loyalty of her customers who loved the quality of her baked goods and appreciated the effort she put into them. Sandra's bakery became more than just a business. It became a home and a passion project. It was a haven to cherish for those with a sweet tooth and a place for the locals to gather and appreciate the finished outcome of Sandra's hard work. As Sandra worked on building her business, she quickly learned that running a bakery was not just about baking delicious goods. There was a lot more involved in keeping the business running, including managing finances, marketing, and customer service. It was a balancing act, and Sandra had to learn how to juggle all the responsibilities that came with being an entrepreneur. To make sure that she had enough stock, Sandra would get up at the crack of dawn, usually at 4 a.m. or earlier, to start baking for the day. She would prepare and decorate different baked goods and ensure that everything was perfect before the shop opened. Back to back, she would oversee the baking process, employees, and the register during all day long. Sandra had to exert a lot of energy to meet the various demands of the business. After a long day serving her customers, she couldn't afford to let up or relax, as she had to balance books and manage her finances. This meant late nights doing accounts, preparing invoices, ordering supplies, and calculating profits. With time, Sandra started developing a system that allowed her to work efficiently. She hired a part-time bookkeeper and administrative assistant to handle financial and clerical aspects of the business. The assistant would take care of emails, phone calls, bookings, etc. And Sandra would only have to deal with the more prominent clients and customers. This mode of operation gave Sandra more time to concentrate on new and unique recipes and look for ways to grow. Despite the long working hours, Sandra loved every aspect of what she was doing, baking to meet the different and changing customers' needs, trying out new ingredients as well as ideas, and immersing herself in the business side of things. Sandra learned that it was critical to find the right balance between the bakery and her personal life. She'd blocked out specific time slots for herself to recharge and care for herself to avoid burnout. She started practicing self-care routines, such as going to the gym or reading, to ensure that she maintained a healthy work-life balance. Juggling multiple tasks was no small feat, but Sandra persevered, and over time, her hard work and dedication paid off. With Sandra's unwavering focus, her bakery flourished, and her business thrived, with numerous repeat clients and a strong presence in the community. As Sandra poured her heart into building her business, she could feel a deep sense of satisfaction with every milestone achieved. Sandra's bakery became a place of pride, and her hard work started paying off. Revenue increased steadily, word of mouth became stronger, and repeat customers started flooding in. She could see the success of her bakery with several social media followers, regular 5-star ratings, and numerous mentions in blogs. For Sandra, the most satisfying part of building her business was the ability to create wonderful treats, magical moments, and establishing positive connections with the customers. Over the months, she had seen customers' joyous faces on tasting snacks they had never encountered or simple baked items that had delighted them over the years. Her customer service was impeccable, and she made a point to know all her regular customers by name. Apart from the financial rewards of running a successful business, hearing positive comments and seeing customer satisfaction with her baked creations brought a warm and fuzzy feeling to Sandra's heart. She began creating celebrations on small occasions like the birthday of regulars, Valentine's Day for all customers, and hosting bake sales for charity in the spirit of giving back to the community. Sandra's business success gave her a sense of accomplishment and pride. She had started from scratch, invested her savings, and spent her sweat and blood to create something that brought joy and comfort to many. The satisfaction she felt from her accomplishments was indescribable. Looking back at the struggles and setbacks she initially faced, she was amazed at how far she had come. With a strong foundation of hard work, passion, and dedication, Sandra had been able to build a successful bakery with her distinct style, unique approach, and unwavering work ethic. For Sandra, the success of her bakery was more than just financial gain or social recognition. It was about achieving her lifelong dream and creating something genuinely special that made the world a happier place. As Sandra sat down to reflect on the journey of building her bakery, she could hardly believe how much she had achieved and how far she had come. From the challenges of starting from scratch to finding her footing in the competitive bakery industry, she had overcome many obstacles and discovered her strength and resilience along the way. Throughout the journey, Sandra realized that the most significant factor behind her success was her hard work and dedication. She had poured her heart and soul into building her bakery, from the early mornings baking to late nights balancing the books. Sandra had never given up, even in the face of significant challenges, and she had always believed in herself and her dreams. Sandra's unwavering perseverance had paid off as she had established a successful business with a broad customer base and a strong reputation in the community. She had taken the risk, put in the hard work, learned from her mistakes, and grown a unique and sustainable business that fulfilled her passion and purpose and contributed positively to the community. Beyond the financial gains and business success, Sandra's journey had taught her valuable life lessons. She had learned to face obstacles with courage and determination, take calculated risks, manage her time efficiently, prioritize her commitment to self-care, and build meaningful connections with her customers that went beyond transactions. Sandra's journey was a testament to the power of perseverance, hard work, and faith in oneself to achieve one's dreams. Building her bakery had exposed her to new experiences, challenged her, and taught her invaluable skills that would serve her well as she continued to grow and expand the business. She had learned to adapt to new trends, incorporate customer feedback, and continuously improve the quality of her products and services. In conclusion, Sandra's journey of building her business was a testament to the fact that hard work pays off. Her determination, perseverance, passion, and dedication to her bakery had helped her achieve her dreams and build a successful business that brought joy and happiness to many. As Sandra looked to the future, she knew that her commitment to maintaining her high standards and continuous self-improvement would keep her moving forward towards more significant achievements and growth opportunities. As Sandra looks back on her journey of building her bakery, she is filled with a sense of joy and satisfaction that is hard to put into words. For her, following her dream of starting her own business has been a rewarding, challenging, and fulfilling experience that has brought her immense happiness. Ever since Sandra was a child, her dream had always been to run her bakery. She had always been passionate about baking, and she knew that she wanted to create something special that would bring joy and happiness to others. With hard work, determination, and a strong sense of purpose, she had been able to turn her dream into a reality. For Sandra, the joy and satisfaction of following her dream go beyond financial gains and business success. It is about the daily satisfaction of working towards a goal that aligns with her values and passions and makes a meaningful impact on the lives of others. It is about the joy of seeing a customer's face light up from tasting one of her delicious treats or reading a positive review from a happy customer. Following her dream has also allowed Sandra to discover her true potential and unleash her creativity to its fullest extent. As she experimented with different flavors, styles, and combinations, she discovered her unique approach and incorporated her personality into all aspects of the bakery. This allowed her to create a business that was a true reflection of who she was and what she believed in. Sandra also realized that following her dream had brought her a sense of purpose that went beyond personal gains. By pursuing something that she was passionate about, she was able to contribute positively to her community, provide employment opportunities, bring people together, and make a difference in the world. In conclusion, the joy and satisfaction that Sandra feels from following her dream go beyond words. It is about the sense of purpose, fulfillment, creativity, and meaningful impact that she experiences on a daily basis. As she looks to the future, she is excited about the possibilities that lie ahead and the opportunities for personal growth, achievement, and continued contribution to a more delightful and happy community. As Sandra reaches the conclusion of her journey in building her bakery, she is filled with excitement and anticipation about what the future holds for Sweets Treats Bakery. The bakery has become a well-established and beloved staple in the community, but Sandra knows there is still a lot of work to be done to continue growing and expanding the business. Sandra has big plans for the future of the bakery. She wants to expand her reach beyond the local community and establish a wider online presence that will attract customers from all over the country. She plans to open a second location in a neighboring city and eventually become a franchise, spreading her passion for baking and delighting people's taste buds across the country. Sandra also wants to continue experimenting with new flavors, designs, and products that will keep her customers coming back for more. She plans to incorporate more organic and locally sourced ingredients into her recipes and offer more vegan, gluten-free, and sugar-free options to cater to a wider range of dietary needs and preferences. Marketing and branding will be another key area of focus for Sandra as she looks to the future. She plans to invest in social media marketing and collaborations with other local businesses to increase awareness and visibility for Sweets Treats Bakery. She also wants to develop a brand that is recognizable and communicates the passion, quality, and uniqueness of her products. Despite all these big plans, Sandra knows that the success of her bakery will ultimately come down to the same principles that guided her throughout her journey: hard work, perseverance, dedication, and a commitment to quality and customer satisfaction. In conclusion, the future of Sweets Treats Bakery is bright and exciting. Sandra has created a solid foundation for a business that has brought joy and happiness to many people and has the potential to grow and expand even further. With her passion, creativity, and unwavering determination, there is no limit to what she can achieve in the years to come.